Hello, job seekers. Melanie here. Today, we're going to talk about loud budgeting for job seekers. What is loud budgeting? Well, for those of you that may not have heard, this started actually, I think it's a TikTok trend, but loud budgeting is where you're trying to reduce your expenses and budget more, and you're being more vocal about it with others of the fact of, well, I'm sorry, instead of joining you to eat dinner at this restaurant, would you be okay if we maybe just met at the bar for a drink? So you're spending maybe $10 on that as opposed to $100 on the meal. It's all about letting it be known a little bit louder about what you're trying to do with your financial goals. This is just as important for job seekers. And I want to talk about how this loud budgeting and some things I want you to think about as you are going through your job search. It is hard to be a job seeker. I think it's harder now than it has ever been. The technology is changing. The pressures are changing. There's not company loyalty that there used to be. Loud budgeting is something that you really should try to embrace as a job seeker. Let's talk 5 things. 1, you need to reduce your expenses. And you've already got a hit sometimes to your ego because you may have lost the job you thought you were going to retire from. And here you are now having to look for a new job. And the income that you were getting went from this to 0 overnight. You're going to have to decide what stays and what goes. You have no idea how long your job search is going to be. Please, 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 the day you get laid off, the day your other job ends, start going into that cost reduction mode. Start going into that loud budgeting phase of people saying, hey, we really want to take this trip. Do you want to go? I don't think the timing is right for us right now as I'm in between jobs and looking for a new one. I'd like my focus to remain there. You don't know how long that job search is going to be. You need to conserve your cash as much as you possibly can and incur as little debt as you possibly can. Another way that when we're talking about this loud budgeting is the second you become a job seeker, you get inundated with people saying, I'll do your resume for you, $1,000. I'll redo your resume, $2,000. Do your own resume. Do not fall for things like this where people are trying to charge you money for something that you can do on your own. You can do your own resume. There are lots of free resources. We have a free resume template. We have a free resume video that we do on our YouTube channel. There's lots of other people like us that do that. Go to one that's trusted, has a background in either HR or a long background in recruiting, not just somebody who got a resume certification, 30 days ago and is trying to do it. No, wrong person. Or not somebody's like, hey, I'll just help. I appreciate the thought, appreciate it. If you haven't worked in the back systems, don't be helping people with the resumes, period. But it's free. There's templates and stuff out there that are free. Do it on your own. Do not spend money on doing it. Okay, number 3, man, LinkedIn's expensive. If you have LinkedIn Premium, it is expensive. It's like $75, $78, I think, right now a month. I know it gives you a lot of things, but it may not be the best financial choice for you at this moment. Now, if you have the money and can do it, there's lots of advantages to having it. But I want you to know that there are a lot of things that even if you can't get to LinkedIn Premium, you still can access. You can still get to LinkedIn Learning by going to a local library. You don't have to pay to do it. You can still, anybody who has that LinkedIn Premium gold thing on, you can send them an email for free. You don't have to pay for it. And if you apply for any jobs on LinkedIn, it does not give you a higher standing if you're a LinkedIn Premium member versus you're a regular LinkedIn member. So as part of your loud budgeting, that may be something that you need to consider that as a cost conscious and, just be a little bit more clear about it that I can't afford it. We do have a video about some ways you can get LinkedIn Premium for free. If you haven't done one of those before, go off and check out that video and it might help you. Okay, number 4, go for free training. If people are coming to you and even saying, hey, I have this great training class, I think you'd be great for the skill, the certification, ask them, say, hey, well, I'm currently a job seeker and I really don't have $400 to spend on this training. Do you have any complimentary things that you can do at all for job seekers? Are you a vet? Do you offer, there was somebody I helped the other day with getting free SolidWorks training because they were a vet. There are things that you can do in training that don't require money. YouTube is amazing. It is amazing the amount of training that's quality training that you can get out on YouTube that costs you nothing except your internet connection, right? Or your minutes on your phone, whatever, your bandwidth. If you're thinking in the mindset, the only way for me to get training is through paying for it, you're thinking wrong. Think beyond just shelling out money in order to get training. And the last thing, number 5, is you need to do this in a loud budgeting format. You need to let people know that, maybe this year everybody does huge Christmas presents, and this year you try to scale it back. Maybe you look at something that's an experience as opposed to a dollar present. It's hard enough, I know, being a job seeker, feeling that ego hit that you lost your job, and some people overcompensate on the money side. Don't do it. COVID taught, I don't know how many job seekers, a very harsh lesson. People lost houses and cars and, couldn't pay food on the table. You take advantage of every resource possible when you're a job seeker to keep yourself as good as you can until you can find that next great job that you deserve. Hang in there, job seekers. I know a lot of jobs out there, and I know how hard it is for you to find them and even get considered for them. But you have to go through this process knowing you're worthy of a great job, a great career, and most importantly, a great life. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.